So, just a quick story about New York and how it was in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? That's before, New York niggas started jacking West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the gangs that's dominating the role, the gangs that a lot of people was jacking, it's like street, like it was a New York thing. So basically, New York niggas had their own project or their own building, or they had a certain name of a gang. You know what I'm saying? We used to call each other families, like Shadyville family, Lost Boy family, shit like that. That's how the gangs were in New York. So motherfuckers couldn't just be official New York niggas because they had to be gangster and you had to get fly. You had to get not fly. You had to be fresh. Not necessarily fly like wearing expensive clothing and shit like that. Just clean cut. You know what I'm saying? Like Don type nigga. You know what I'm saying? You had to be like that to be a solidified New York gangster. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like you could be a dirty looking nigga and be considered official. You know what I'm saying? If you take a look at the gangsters like World and just a list of those niggas. They all had a smooth appearance, you know what I'm saying? They swagged out. So that was the way that New York niggas was, New York gangsters was. Also, and how you was able to identify whether a nigga was gangster or not is the way he walked. You know what I'm saying? You had to have a certain walk. Like in LA, they had certain colors, you wear flags and all that shit. New York niggas, some gangs had like their name of their gang on their hats and their clothing. You know what I'm saying? That's how they were. That's one way of identifying whether the nigga was gangster. You know what I'm saying? Thugged out gangster. You know what I'm saying? Thugged out is for niggas that know how to get down on their own. You know what I'm saying? On their own accord. Gangster is like a nigga that know how to like orchestrate groups and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know how to run with groups and you know how to like, get money on group time, jump niggas, beat niggas up. That's all that. That's gang shit. But that was New York gangster culture, thug culture. So, I was locked up before back in like 97, 98, and it was this dirty looking nigga, right? That niggas wasn't jacking. He was dirty nigga, you know what I'm saying? But they had these gangs, like they had like the West Coast gangs started forming in New York. So the same dirty looking nigga, nobody was jacking the nigga. Nobody was jacking the nigga, you know what I'm saying? But like on New York time, he wasn't considered official. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a dirty looking nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, alright, so he wasn't, I didn't consider him to be official. Because, you know what I'm saying? To be official, you had to not be looking dirty. You know what I'm saying? You got to look a Don down and get gangster if you have to. This nigga, on the other hand, wasn't fly, Mac looking nigga. So I was alright, some dirty ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? Bum ass nigga. Because at that time, crack epidemic was real heavy. So a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, could be like motherfuckers that didn't get fly, could be construed as crackheads. Like I said, crackheads was running real rampant in the streets in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? So the motherfucker look even anywhere close to looking like a crackhead, niggas wasn't considered official. So this nigga, I was in DFY 97, 98, and this nigga, I'm not gonna say his name. He became a doja. He did a doja move. So he popped off on a Spanish nigga to become this West Coast shit, you know what I'm saying? But mind you, on New York time, he's not considered official. So he was able to get fitted. He was able to blend in on West Coast time and recreate himself. And that's what happened. So a lot of niggas is, doing tough shit, wilding out, doing shit that any little bum ass nigga could do. But you're not swagged out. So a nigga eventually became a West Coast gang. And I guess he's, he popped off on a Spanish nigga. He got his name known. And now, okay, he's official now? Not in my eyes, but, so a lot of niggas was able to, make their name known for being violent, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or just going on a doja move, you know what I'm saying? Taking an order from the next man. That was not how New York niggas get down, bro. Like, if you had beef, it was because it was like could have been over your gang against my gang on New York time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so these motherfuckers was able to like develop and recreate themselves. So a lot of motherfuckers that be like a lot nowadays motherfuckers looking at this shit like, oh, the West Coast gangs is official, but not. I mean, yeah, to each your own, to each own. But where I come from, I'm like, nah, you know, anybody could jack that. You know what I'm saying? To be a New York nigga, anybody couldn't just jack a New York. Cause yo, listen, bro, when you come out your mother's house around like 7, 8, and it's time for you to put paint in, that's how niggas getting their name known. You know what I'm saying? You going to school, you have an issue with somebody in your school, okay, you popping it off, you making your name known. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no doja moves and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And once you were able to pop it off and get violent about on your own, and you got fly, you were considered the official New York nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know how to like put two and two together. Like, I didn't know how to understand how dirty ass niggas could get their name known. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that wasn't how New York culture was. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how a lot of motherfuckers was able to come up in the ranks and shit like that. So a lot of niggas like now, like your GF and all that, yeah, I do the same shit that GF did. You know what I'm saying? But by myself though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I'm probably more likely I'm more smarter than your GF. You know what I'm saying? A lot of GFs, they do a lot of shit that they don't tell you about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I'm not even gonna get into all that. So you motherfuckers, you know, you thinking, you know, you real right and, you know, you gangster and, you know, your GFs and all that. Listen, man. It wasn't hard to make your name known once you started jacking West Coast shit. You jacking West Coast streets.